As we look at the rest of the order, Teabag right behind Shadowborn with a 109.73, only 2/10 off, or 200ths off. Following them is Nikki Lauda, Blues VR right behind, then Jude, then Kiertos, then Chlorine Pirate, Mr. Smith, Santi, both the Ferraris, Toasty and NASCAR, the Mercedes of Ari, Merritt, Moira, Suv, and then Shadow, who disconnected and could not settle out. So that is that. As it's raining. Oh my gosh. I wonder if they knew it was gonna rain. Did anyone check the weather? Oh, that's hilarious. Well, this is going to be interesting. I'm assuming most of these drivers are on dry setups. They're running dry setups because I had just gotten word that it said 45% chance, but still sunny. So this might be interesting. I do not think they were expecting to start the race on slicks. Is Shadow in, or is this his AI? Can't tell. I hope he's in. I think he's in, or else he would be ghosted. Santi Diaz queued already. I wonder what he did to get placed back at the line. As the grid is forming, Shadow gets reset. Our pole setter gets reset. So did Nikki Lauda. Teabag got a good start. This might allow him to get a good launch on Shadow off the start. And we are about to get ready here. I don't know why we're having a view from the back, but that is the view we're getting. As we have one, two, three, four, 5 red lights, and we are ready to go here. And away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. Shadowborn, Teabag up the side of Shadowborn. They're going to be side by side through turn 1. Teabag breaks late. He gets that inside. He takes pole position. And it looks like everyone has kept it relatively clean. I do not see many massive crashes. I am very surprised by that. NASCAR down to 16th, but Teabag taking pole. As we are going to look at position changes. Mr. Smith up 3 positions. Blues also getting a position off of Nikki Lauda. Toasty up 3 positions. as Kirtos goes out around the outside of Toasty, trying to make that move stick. He gets off track, and he's not going to be able to get that, as now Chlorine Pilot is going to be looking to get past him. Will he go for a lunge down the corner? He will, but and they ghost. That is really weird. I was expecting contact there. Ghosting through is Chlorine Pirate. Shadow up 4 positions. Like, what is the angles? What are these camera angles right now? They're like terrible. NASCAR down 4 positions. Dude, DNF'd. A huge crash. Toasty with a 10-second penalty for a severe collision. A huge crash, as you can see the car of Jude back there. Oh my goodness. Teabag with a drive-through. What has happened? Our leader gets a drive-through. Toasty with a 10-second penalty. He's missing an end plate. His wing is severely damaged. I wonder what he did to Jude. We are going to have to see that after the race from Toasty and Jude's perspective, as we did not catch it on stream. Big story, Shadow at 5 positions after not qualifying. Also does not have a custom setup on. Was not able to put a custom setup on. Toasty has left the session. On track. And that will be a penalty for him. A major penalty. Well, not major, but whatever the retiring on track penalties. As we have a lot of passes happening, a lot of contact here as Shadow gets past Solarian there. Shadow continuing to make his way up. As we can see there, 2 drive-thrus. Teabag and Shadowborn, who are now falling down the order, going into the pits, serving these drive-thrus. And that means that Nicky Lauda is the new leader of our race, as Mr. Smith is trying to make it stick around the outside of Blues VR. He can't quite get the move stuck, and he will slot back into 3rd place. Mr. Smith gets past Blue VR, and he is into 2nd place. What a move by Mr. Smith. Blues VR is going to want that position back, as Barty is now close to the back of Chlorine Pirate. Both Red Bulls T2 drivers. Both Red Bulls are Tier 2 drivers right now, running 3rd and 4th. Very impressive, as Nicky Lauda gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. I wonder if Toasty disconnected. This is why you say you're online, so I don't have to scroll through all these fucking people. Alright. As we still have a lot of close racing in this Grand Prix. This has been packed full of action. Not sure what I'm supposed to be watching. As Shadow not going to quite make the run onto to Ari. Sorry, not Solarian. Ari sets the fastest lap. Shadowborn sets the fastest lap. As Shadowborn and Teabag, our 2 top runners, Teabag into the pits again? Did he not serve his drive-thru last time? I guess he did not. As Kirtos gets past Chlorine Pilot. Chlorine Pilot still right up. He's going to dive down the inside, cause Kirtos to go off the track. There was a little bit of contact, and Kirtos stays ahead. And Chlorine Pilot gets ahead. Kirtos doesn't want to let that go. He's trying to go down the outside. I think some connection issues just happened there, as now they are ghosting through each other. as they're no longer ghosted, and Chlorine Pilot makes the move back on Kirtos. This has allowed Santi, Shadow, Ari to catch up, as Ari's now looking at Shadow, who had gotten past them, trying to get that position back. Niki Lauda, Mr. Smith sets a fastest lap. Shadow Storm sets a fastest lap. He's maybe looking down the inside of Santi. Oh my goodness, he is. He's not going to quite have the traction there, as Ari is now down the inside of him. This is crazy action. Ari going for the move. Neither of them wanting to give it up. That's Shadow diving through the grass, still side by side. Ari pulls ahead. Oh my goodness. There's Solarian. That might have been Solarian the whole time. I don't know. My bad. A Shadow wanting to get past those Mercedes. He's going to go look for the move on Solarian right now. Camera angles at this track are sucking right now for some reason. As Shadow goes down the inside of Solarian. They're side by side, coming out of the hairpin. Who's going to make it stick? Shadow gets ahead. They are losing time by fighting. NASCAR now joining the party. This is insanely close racing. Mr. Smith and Blues VR trying to catch up to Niki Lauda. Kirtos right behind Chlorine Pilot. He's going to go for a move in the first corner. They're side by side. Chlorine Pilot not giving up the move. A little bit of contact there. Doesn't look like much damage though. And Chlorine Pilot stays ahead. As Blues VR now getting very close to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith getting very close to Niki Lauda in front of him. I'm wondering if we are going to see a change in the leadership here, as Niki Lauda is pulling ahead a little bit of Mr. Smith. Blues VR reeling him in. Barty still close to the back of those Red Bulls. Shadow in a Mercedes sandwich right now. NASCAR coming up on Solarian. There is a lot happening. The gaps are starting to build a little more now as people are settling into this race. A dry line is forming. This race has just been non-stop action. As you can see here, Kirito's driving on the wet part of the track on the straight that actually can save tire wear. As we see NASCAR get past Solarian in number 67. I hate that. Anyways, he's going to make it stick. That's so annoying. Take that number off. As Kirito's side by side with Chlorine Pilot, and they're going to be ghosting through each other once again. And like, we get a better angle, please? Thank you. Kirtos getting past Chlorine Pilot. There must be connection issues or something. I don't know why that they have been ghosting so much. If we find out that one of them is abusing the ghosting of their own car, obviously that is a rule and a penalty. So hopefully none of the drivers are abusing a glitch. I hope not. Blues VR. Santi picks up a warrant or a penalty. As WPC edits is going to go down the inside of Solarian. In the hairpin, he's going to make it stick. And no contact there. I think a very smooth, clean overtake from the Kicksauber. As Toasty's AI is still out there. Shadowborn and Ari side by side once again. Ari not wanting to give the position up, and Ari's going to be able to keep that position in. Shadowborn's sliding, drifting, Tokyo drift-like. This allows NASCAR to get right up and close. And NASCAR drifts too. Goodness, this is not Tokyo Drift, guys. As you can tell, it is still slick out there. It's still raining. I wonder when the crossover will be. What time is it? This might be a long race. We might have to push Tier 2 back again. As I can finally catch my breath for a second. Mr. Smith closing the gap to the leader. Blues VR following him too. These top three pulling a little bit of head. They have caused a 2-second gap to the cars behind them. RT pulling ahead of Chlorine Pilot. We're going to see if he can catch up to those top three. As T-Bag makes a move past Smooth D, didn't really see that one happen. Smooth D just seems really slow at this track. No offense. Of course, as it stands, Niki Lauda would be finishing third place after his 3-second penalty. That's given. No one else up there gets penalties. So of course, if you're Niki Lauda, you have to be thinking about your penalty. Obviously, that's not ideal to have. As we are going to look at tires. Only people to pit. Toasty, who is that's his AI. Shadowborn, obviously. Wait, why did Shadowborn? So he pit again for new tires after pitting for the drive-thru. Interesting. T-Bag sets the fastest lap. Solarian has 6 seconds worth of penalties now. Got a feeling Shadowborn might be able... And you know what I wish we could do as spectators? I wish we could do what the drivers do, like weather report. Why should I be able to know what's going to happen with the weather? Like, I didn't even know it was going to rain, because I don't have access to that. As you can see, the drivers taking advantage of the wet side of the track on the straights, trying to save... That looked like it could have been a warning there. Skirtos gets a 3-second behind him. That chicane is probably the root cause of a lot of these penalties. As these top three just keeping half a second gap within each other. All just consistently putting up good laps. Niki Lauda, of course, wanting to be able to pull away, but he just isn't able to do it. DRS obviously not a factor as it is raining. I really want to know if it's going to dry up or if it's going to rain the whole race, but I can't know because I have no way to see the weather. I wish I could tell you guys. Mr. Smith, they just get close and then they pull apart. As we had non-stop actions for the first 8 or so laps, and it's starting to settle down here now. Merritt right now has the closest gap as Mr. Smith. He's getting really close to Niki Lauda. He's going to go for the run now. He gets it done. Mr. Smith is into first place. as Nicky Lauda slots into second. I wonder what happened there for Nicky Lauda to allow Mr. Smith to get that good of a run onto him. And now we have a new winner, or we have a new leader. Sorry, not winner. We have a new, not winner. So it's quite a few laps. We have a new leader of this Grand Prix. And yeah, I am probably going to have to postpone Tier 2 as we are only like a third done with this race. As what happened to... Oh my gosh, it's not raining anymore. Yep, I can very clearly see that it is not raining anymore. We've got the crossover coming. What are people going to pit? This is exciting. It is not raining anymore. The track already looks dry. They're staying out. As Barty goes into the pits, Barty will be our first pitter, and it looks like everyone else is going to stay out. Honestly, as Shadow Storm going down the order right now. Kierto's the only one to pit. Teabag pits behind them. I think this is going to work out for them. Smooth pitting as well. Teabag pitting. I mean, it looks dry. As far as it looks on my end, it looks dry already. I think these guys should have pit. We'll probably see most of them come in these next lap if I had to guess. Is this his AI? Yeah, he's still ghosted. As will Mr. Smith come into the pits is the question. He is. I think that most of them should have gone last lap. Oh my god, Blues, what are you doing? Blues stays out. And it looks like everyone else is going to go in. As Ari gets overtaken in the pit lane. NASCAR gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. They are all putting hard tires on. Curious to see if Teabag sets a fastest lap right off the bat. Barty with a 3-second penalty. He does not. I am just surprised. Blues VR, the only one still out there on intermediates. Merritt stays out on intermediates as well. Maybe they're hoping it's going to start raining some of the... Merritt put 2-lap-old intermediates on. Oh no. When did that happen? That is tragic. As Shadow, for a second there, looking at the inside of Chlorine. We have a lot of penalties down the line now. NASCAR with the 10-second, Merritt with another 3-second, 6 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Like, oh my goodness, I knew Canada was going to be a track limit. It's worst nightmare, but I didn't know it would be that bad. As Blues comes into the pits, will that work out for him, staying out that extra lap? I mean, they're still not setting fastest laps with those hards, so it might actually have worked out to Blues, as he got back out before Mr. Smith, which is exactly what he wanted. That worked out perfectly for Blues. NASCAR into the pits, putting on mediums, getting rid of that 10-second penalty. As Ari is forced off the track there by Kyrtos. Merritt now looking up the inside of Ari. Still going to go for it. Ooh. No contact there. Oh, contact. Oh, big hit there as Merritt just kind of squeezed Ari into the wall there. That gave Ari damage. And I'm wondering. Okay, there we go. Hard's just at the fastest lap. So, as Chlorine Pilot spins out, he gets overtaken by CF Sandy. Merritt gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Ari stays out with the broken wing. As now we have a lot of gaps. Blues VR with the 117 is definitely a dry track now. NASCAR gets past Smooth. Merritt retires from this session. We see Shadow. Has DRS been enabled yet? It doesn't look like it. Yes, it has. Santi has DRS on this straight somehow, not Shadow. And Shadow sliding across. Definitely another warning there. Oh, Shadow. As he runs into his teammate, causes his teammate to go off of the track. Mayhem for Haas. Not what they want to see. Mr. Smith close to getting into the DRS range of Blues. And he does. I don't think he got it. NASCAR sets a fastest lap on those mediums. As the two Haas's are fighting, Kyrtos getting past Shadow. Team orders, switch them up. Nikki into the DRS range of Mr. Smith. Teabag really close to Ari. Maybe looking for a move, isn't gonna get it. Did he just spin? Shadow's fun. Into the wall goes Shadow. His race is going from bad to worse. Nicky Lauda looking for a move on Mr. Smith. And he gets it, as now Toasty's AI is getting the blue flag. Actually gives Nicky Lauda DRS. Which is going to be perfect, but this all caused Blues VR to get 2.5 seconds ahead. As Shadow gets past Solarian. And sets a fastest lap. Now looking at Teabag ahead of him. Mr. Smith wanting to get this position back. Shadow retires. Shadowborn and Teabag going side by side. Shadowborn not, or Teabag able to stay ahead? Or who was ahead? I don't remember. As now, Shadowborn gets the DRS. It's going to go around the outside, and that's going to be an easy move. Solarian coming up on Teabag now. Mr. Smith getting... Kirtos retires! What happened? Was that a crash? As I believe we have the safety car coming out. Safety car is coming out. That must have been a crash. I don't see his car anywhere. So we have our first full safety car, I believe. You can see by the drivers, they still have a Delta. As it looks like just about everyone is going to go into the pits. This is going to allow NASCAR and Smooth to get back into this race. Oh my god. I hope we'll be starting here next lap. Moira with 12 seconds of penalties. Niki Lauda with 6. Ari was 6. NASCAR was 6. Smooth with 3. Teabag with 3. And Santi with 3. A safety car is in this lab. Thank goodness. Are Smooth and Toasty going to be able to... Okay, yeah. They got back with the pack. I meant Smooth and NASCAR. Toasty's AI is... Oh, Toasty's back in. Thank God. I think I told him to get back in and retire. Hopefully he does that. So we are going to get ready for restarting. Good restart for Blues. No moves made right away here. Chlorine Pilot close to Santi, maybe trying to make a move happen. NASCAR gets past Smooth. They're side by side. NASCAR is going to pull aside. Smooth is going to back out smart there. Doesn't want to go side by side. And I think Toasty is just racing again now. I don't know. Okay. Santi and Shadowboard side by side. Santi's gonna get ahead. Shadowboard's gonna back out. Santi into 5th place. Teabag now close to Shadowborn as well. Teabag gonna go for the move. Down the middle he goes. Ari's gonna try to follow him through. Just not gonna have enough momentum to get that done. But that's Shadowborn actually keeping the position on Teabag. Teabag almost going for another late dive there. Decides it's best not to. Blues VR sets a fastest lap. Toasty gets past Smooth. Smooth is going into the pits. Shadowborn getting close to Santi. Everyone close together now after this restart. Niki Lauda looking to take back his lead. Obviously, he has 6 seconds of penalties, but as far ahead as he can get is the best for him. People up behind him also have penalties. More penalties could be coming. Chlorine Pilot down 2 positions, maybe 3. He's got damage. 4 positions. Teabag down. Teabag into the wall. What has happened to Teabag? And Chlorine Pilot has also gotten some damage. As Chlorine Pilot's going to go into the pits. Teabag's wing looks fine. He's going to stay out. Niki Lauda getting close to Blues VR. Shadowstorm close to Santi. NASCAR making his way back up the order. This safety car was lovely for him. As we have 8 laps left in this race. Niki Lauda gets the move done on Blues VR, but does he? They are still side by side. Ooh, a little bit of contact. Nicky Lauda forced off the track. Blues VR going to lose that lead, as this has now allowed Mr. Smith into the fight. Blues VR back down the inside. Nicky Lauda, a little bit of contact. Blues VR ghosts. Nicky Lauda able to take the lead. And now Blues VR has Mr. Smith with DRS right behind him. He's not going to be able to hold him off as Mr. Smith makes the move past Blues VR into second place. Shadowboard gets past Santi. Santi doesn't want to let it go. They are very close. Oh my goodness. As Mr. Smith now also has 6 seconds. Toasty just DNF'd, and that was most likely on purpose. That was most likely on purpose. I don't see it. Chlorine pilot retire. Oh my god, so many people are retiring. Now it's just if you finish, you get a point. Chlorine Pilot lost force feedback mid-lap. Solarian and NASCAR fighting. It was only a VSC. I thought it was a safety car. NASCAR able to get by. Solarian has the DRS though, and is he's gonna keep that position there. Blues VR now back up with Mr. Smith. Obviously, Blues VR is our technical race leader right now, as when they cross the line, unless he loses 6 seconds in 6 laps, he will be ahead of the top 2. So are we going to see Blues VR go for the move in this DRS straight? He's not going to be able to make it happen. NASCAR, very close though. To the back of Solarian, loses a little bit of time there. He's not going to make it happen either. Not quite close enough. As Shadowborn is now joining the fight with Blues VR for that technical pole or lead. As both of them don't have any penalties. Shadowborn on hard tires though, they'll become the better tire after these mediums starting to fall off a little bit. As Mr. Smith already. Oh, NASCAR is right there. Most likely going to be looking for the move here as he makes it past Solarian. He's got 9 seconds of penalties. Everyone's got a lot of penalties. It's chaos. NASCAR makes the move done. 6 DNFs. Oh my god, if you asked me if we'd have like 6 or 7 DNFs, I would say no. I didn't say anything. Should I give you guys a 60 or 70-second, 67-second commercial break? There we go. Shadow gets past Mr. Smith. NASCAR still not... Oh, Mr. Smith not giving this position up, though. Able to keep it ahead, even though he's got penalties. NASCAR gets by Solarian, finally. As Niki Lauda now has a 3-second gap. He's on the hards. If Blues stays ahead of Shadowborn, these hards might be fast enough to get Niki Lauda 6 seconds ahead. That would be crazy. Solarian having a little bit of a moment there. This is Niki Lauda. Sorry. What do I not have? Oh, not telemetry. Niki Lauda's now 4.2 seconds ahead. He is just pushing. Teabag making it past Solarian. Solarian not wanting to give that position up. Oof. I don't know if there was contact there. Maybe a little bit. As Teabag's going to be able to get ahead. That little bit of a hiccup by Solarian's going to cause him to not be able to get back into the fight. Blues VR. Now Shadowborn has gotten past Blues VR. I honestly think, due to the tires, Niki Lauda might win this race. Or at least get second place. I think Shadowborn will be able to keep it in tight with him, unless him and Blues continue to fight. As Solarian teabag into the pits, interesting to see nonetheless. As Niki Lauda has two more laps to try and push this his lead as far as possible. A win is still not out of question here. He is just about almost 6 seconds out of range for Blues. If he is able to I don't know. It's gonna be tight. Yeah, Santi might. Santi's fast, bro. Shadowborn with the 3-second. Oh my gosh, that is huge. Huge news for Niki Lauda, as he just needs to get this gap from Blues up 5/10, and he will be the winner of this race. Shadowborn just screwed up big time. If he just didn't get a penalty, he would have won. Did I just hear a wall? I thought I just heard a wall. Going crazy. Ah, Shadowborn. Or I mean, Niki Lauda. This is the battle of the tires right now. Are the 12-lap old mediums or the 12-lap old hards going to be able to push this lead as we are on the last lap? Niki Lauda is going to need to gain a second here on Blues. Blues getting the DRS from Shadowborn might have just saved his race. And I think it has. I think him getting DRS here is going to be what's going to allow him to stay within 6 seconds of Niki Lauda. We are currently at 5.4 seconds, 5.3 seconds, 5.2 seconds, 5.6. Oh my gosh, this might be closer than I thought. 5.5. He's still going to get DRS. 5.7. Did he get DRS? I don't think he did. We're at 5.7. Oh, I don't think it's going to be enough. Will see, though, as Niki Lauda is going to come across the line as our race winner. Shadowboard's going to follow him. I think Blues is going to do it. Wait, Blues got a penalty. Blues got a penalty. What just happened? When did Blues get a penalty? And as Niki Lauda is our race winner. Shadowboard, Blues, Smith, Santi, Ari. NASCAR are going to come across the line. Teabag follows him. Solarian crosses the line behind him. And I'm pretty sure Smooth D might be able to pass him. Yep. And Smooth D will get 9th as he slides into the finish line. Well, we had 60 DNFs. A lot of action first couple laps. Some action and sprinkled after that. 60 DNFs. 10 finishers. What a interesting race this was. As we don't even get a driver of the day. They were like, no, there's no driver of the day for this race. As that wraps up our race. Niki Lauda with the win. Shadowborn in second. Blues VR in third. Mr. Smith in fourth. CF Santee in fifth. Ari in sixth. NASCAR in seventh. Teabag in eighth. Smooth in ninth. Solarian in 10th. Finishes off our point getters. And then our DNFs of Toasty, Chlorine, Bertie, Shadow, Merritt, and Jude.